Alright, match 2. Oh, Mad Max Ernst. I think this player likes to play prowess, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. See this player from time to time. I think it's a decent hand. And actually, I do realize, in that last match, actually, it actually turned out to be very good that we actually pitched the Force of Negations, because we wouldn't have actually had the 2 mana up for Go for the Throat. So, literally, in a way, we kind of lucked out, actually, for playing it exactly that way. I was really close to pitching the Force of Negation, and that would have been almost certainly a loss, and who knows what would have happened after that. Anyway, let's focus on the game at hand. Let's play Aether Vial and lead on the island. Just have the option to play turn to Merfolk Trickster. If this player's on burn, it might be worth it to take the 2 damage, just to tap stuff down. Sometimes you save more life that way. All right. Well, I'm having deja vu. I don't know about you guys. I'm gonna lead on. Island because I want to. Watery Grave, because I want to actually telegraph Deprive 2 blue mana. I want them to go on their turn if they got Violent Outburst, because, I don't know how familiar people are with Merfolk, but Deprive is still definitely the most common counterspell that we play, besides Force Negation, and they've got to, like, decide, if I have 2 blue mana on my turn, do they go for it on their turn to play around Deprive when I have 2 blue mana tapped, or do they go on my upkeep to play around Force Negation, but then they play into Deprive? And I kind of like that. So anyway, for me, it's actually still a pretty simple equation. I do Spreading Seas. I got to draw more cards. I could hold this to pitch to Force Negation, but I think I'm going to basically be into hard cast Force Negation mode. Most likely, if this is the Tibalt deck that, like we faced last time. It might not be. Let's see. Ooh, Deprive. It's nice. Nice to mix it up here. So almost making me feel frisky enough to put Lurrus in the hand. I don't know if I should be that frisky, but I don't know when else I can put Lurrus in the hand realistically. So let's do it. Actually, we might regret this, but if they don't do anything, I'm gonna end a turn Merfolk Trickster, I think, and that could be a mistake though. But it definitely seems like a mistake not doing it. We got to put on the pressure. So if they got it, they got it. They might still not want to go for it, just because, I mean, this doesn't necessarily signify that they have to go for it right here. Always no, always yes. We got Lurrus in hand, so we can go nuts. It's a little awkward, but yeah, let's see here. Red. So I don't think they can actually produce green, unless they have Simian Spirit Bag and Manamorphose, but they can't use Manamorphose because it messes with their cascading. They at least need all their cascade spells to hit Tibalt's Trickery. Sometimes their Tibalt's Trickeries will hit other cards like Simian Spirit Guide, but they at least have to have Tibalt's Trickery being the only card that costs under 3. So I think it's pretty safe to play a Lord here. It puts on the biggest clock, but then it also kind of, yeah, it's also kind of like, Let's think this through. So we can deal 6 damage this turn if we put the Lord into play. Then with Lurrus, what are we attacking for next turn? We got 8 with the Lord plus the Mutavault plus the Lurrus. That's 11 damage. Still not dead. But if we draw one more Lord, I don't think this is affecting the clock enough to make it worthwhile, unfortunately. So yeah. Might seem kind of weird, but it just doesn't affect the clock, unfortunately enough. So we might just end up having to use the Master to pitch. There definitely is this give and take. Well, I'm definitely not going to use a counterspell on this. I think this is fine. Although, this does actually kind of signal to me that they are not a Tibalt's deck. I mean, I'm just going to get the Aether Vial back if they blow this up, so I don't... Oh, well, they're definitely not Tibalt, so let's try to protect our Lurrus, shall we? Yeah, seems like they had quite a clunker of a hand. Immediately, I hope I don't jinx it, but immediately it kind of feels like I suddenly have better luck in a way. Normally the games aren't this easy when I start recording, so I don't know. I don't know if like I need to record every match, but that was very surprising. So what are they? Some kind of snow control deck with blue. I don't really know. The format is definitely changing. It's hard to say. I don't know what they are. Should I just run it back? We know they're an interactive deck, most likely. I mean, but then again, some decks use Engineered Explosives as a part of a combo because it's 0 mana. I like Thoughtseize in a way because if nothing else, it actually helps me know what's up. So if we go to game 3, hopefully there isn't the same level of confusion there. I don't know if Dismember can be so vital, but it can also be so dead, depending on the matchup. Could really regret this, but this definitely kind of screams more control. Actually, this probably screams Uro too, now that I think about it. Let's I don't think I need Repeal. I don't know about this. Don't do this at home. But just this screams Uro. Spreading Seas isn't the best against Uro, but it does sometimes cut them off green. Nihil Spellbomb is just too good to pass up. Also synergizes super well with Lurrus. There's another nice thing too about having 12 black sources is Nihil Spellbomb is way stronger. It almost always cycles. Sometimes with only 8 black sources you can't actually cycle it. So it's just kind of a Soul Guide Lantern that yeah, that doesn't have the option to cycle, but anyway. Well, a turn 1 Thoughtseize, we get to see what's up. At least that. Can't complain too much about the rest of the hand. Alright, haven't done this in a long time. Turn 1 Thoughtseize, I'll tell you that much. This I might actually try to build a black deck again, just so I can feel this a little more frequently. The old turn 1 Thoughtseize. Pithing Needle. I mean, as long as they can't see my hand, I have a feeling that they might name wrong with Pithing Needle. So I'm gonna use an EE. Pithing Needle can be better long-term advantage, but also if they name wrong, it can be a nothing burger. Yeah. So are we going to name Mutavault or are we going to name Aether Vial? They might name Aether Vial because, you know, there's legitimate reasons I may want to... Yep. I may want to... I don't think they had it in their hand, so I think this is all same as before, yeah. And I don't... Yeah, and this is actually a fairly easy play anyway, so... Well, fortunately, I drew a card that made it live. It wasn't live before. So then I'm playing the other Pithing Needle. I don't think I want to quite expose the Mutavault as another good target just yet. Alright, so we're gonna play Silvergill, and we're gonna play Nihil Spellbomb. I guess, yeah. You know what? The hope is they name Nihil Spellbomb with Pithing Nihil. It's not the best thing ever for us because we will lose future Spellbomb ability to name. You know, I'm just gonna let them name it. I mean, like, because we just if I crack it, I'm just worried they're gonna name Mutavault. This is the worst of all worlds. Yeah, I think it was worth it. You know, offering up Nihil Spellbomb on the sacrificial altar, so to speak. Nice, and I think this is a pretty decent spot. On the just weird off chance they're playing Blood Moon, I'm going to do it this way. Plus they've got Field of the Dead. Well, I was thinking, I guess, of a Field of Ruin, but, you know. Alright. Yeah, and I think this is a fairly good position. And there's the Field of the Dead. Still kind of a ways away, though, from this going nuts. Having Deprive backup is pretty sweet. Having a Lord of Atlantis is pretty sweet. I'll do it this way. Not quite dead, but it does turn off their fetch lands if it connects. So I think I'll counter if they try to remove. Yeah, you know, this could lead to problems, but I just think we're in such a strong position if these connect. Yeah. I don't know, something could go horribly, horribly wrong, but now this effectively destroyed 2 of their lands. Probably should have just played out the Aether Vial just because. Alright, well, like I said, feels like I get good luck. We don't even fully know what they're on, to be honest. Alright, anyway.